It is around 12:10, 12:15. I am on my way to the theater to watch Alien Covenant. As you can see, $6 all day, every day. Need to get my ticket and maybe popcorn. Hello, welcome to a movie review. It is Friday and I did get a chance to see Alien Covenant this afternoon. I saw the 12:30 show and I think there was maybe 25 people in the movie theater. The typical time frame that I like to see a movie. In the afternoon when most people are at work. The only thing that was troublesome was there was a young couple, probably late 20s, with two young children. Why? The older boy was maybe 6 or 7-ish, and there's a roughly maybe 15, 16 months little girl. She's old enough to stand, old enough to talk or make noise. You know how baby say dada, mama, or whatever, but still, that was troubling and annoying to have to listen to the baby toddler talk throughout the movie. And then who knows what the 6-year-old was seeing on the screen. I don't get it. I don't get parents that think that this is okay. Regardless, let's go back to the movie. Highly anticipated. Okay, I love the Alien franchise. The first two movies are masterpiece. And the subsequent movies are not good. Some really bad. But because I love aliens so much that I saw all of them, if not more than once. So this movie, highly anticipated, and in my opinion, I felt they gave away too much in the trailer. Okay, maybe it's almost like an overcompensation. They overcompensate what happened with Prometheus. I like Prometheus to a certain point. It has trouble. Wow, can you hear that? Can you hear the thunder? It's a stormy day today, a hot, steamy day today in Florida. Prometheus has its problem, frustrating because it's a great looking movie, beautifully shot. I had a lot of problems with part of the story and many of the characters. This movie, once again, Ridley Scott, beautiful cinematography, beautiful prop. I mean, everything on the ship looked beautiful. I mean, it looked so real. You know, what I love about the Alien franchise, the one in outer space, is that when you look at inside the spaceship, it look more. It just have a different look than other science fiction movie, space related movie like say Star Wars or Star Trek. They have a different feel. There's a look and feel of aliens that's really kept that pleased me. The characters in this movie, for the most part, were better than Prometheus. I find them more enjoyable to watch. They don't have the stupid scientists like in Prometheus. This is a spoiler-free review, so I won't be saying anything that will spoil the movie. Perhaps I will get into a different live chat with other YouTubers and discuss the movie with all the spoilers later at another time. For sure, this movie has a lot of blood and gore. This perhaps this could be the bloodiest, goriest alien movie that I have seen. I could be wrong, but from my view, um, I felt that it's the goriest, most gruesome alien movie that I have seen. Um, the horror aspect of this movie is up there, okay? Um, and it's not the kind of horror that is jump scare. I was trying to explain it to my wife. My wife is not a big fan of horror movies, so I went to see this movie alone. Um, some movie have that jump scare kind of horror. This movie is more of a squint, horrified kind of horror because it's so gory. You see it coming. Very rare is something jump out and give you the surprise. So in that sense, it's that kind of horror. Okay, hopefully I explain it well enough for people that haven't seen the movie to understand that if you don't like the jump scare, or if you expect the jump scare in this kind of horror movie, for the most part, I don't think you will get that kind of effect, and I don't think that's the kind of effect that Ridley Scott intended. Back to the movie story, I think the overall aspect of the story is clever. I think the twist is clever. I did not see that coming. I did not, I saw all the trailers and teaser and extra clips. There must be a 3 hour plus cut of this movie, or originally. And I think it's funny because many things that we see in many promotional clips and trailers are not in the movie. So it's strange that they shot the movie, and through the process of cutting the movie, they decided to cut out some clips and use it as promotional bang than keep it in the movie. I don't think it hurt the movie for not having those clips in there. So if you haven't seen those clips, I don't think you missed out much of anything. I don't think I did. Michael Fassbender, no doubt, is the best part of this movie, just as in Prometheus. The story for the most part is clever in that I'm not sure if this is where Ridley Scott intended to go when he made Prometheus. I don't think he did, because maybe I need to go back and watch Prometheus again to see what happened. How does David feel about things? Because David played an integral part in this movie. Without spoiling anything, he's the catalyst of this movie in many ways, and I need to see the Prometheus movie again just to see if there is any, if I miss a sign of him having a particular feelings or opinions. Okay. The rest of the cast is likable for the most part. The only thing that annoys me when I saw the promotional trailers and clips was, unlike many movies, even the Alien movies that we saw in the past, whenever colonists visit a different planet, they usually wear protective headgears and things to protect them from potential harm of a new planet, right? We all seen that happen in many movies. And even from the very first trailers, they show colonists walking around, stepping off the spaceship transport, wearing no protection. That annoys me from the very beginning. And when I watched this movie, that part, the early part of them landing on the planet, did annoys me, because to me, I didn't like how they incorporate the aliens in, and that has everything to do with how all these colonists step off the transport ship wearing no protections. So that's kind of dumb. That's kind of that didn't make any sense. Okay, it didn't make any sense when I first saw the trailers, and it did not make any sense after. Now, some people would think that, oh, if they did that, then there might not be a movie. No, there is other way to introduce the aliens, with them wearing the headgear and protection. There's other way. And as much as I like the twist, now since I can't go into spoiler, as much as I like the twist, I did like a big part of the twist. Okay, because I felt that some of that part didn't work for me. As much as I like Michael Fassbender and the twist of the movie, from the moment that David showed up, I had a little trouble with how the interaction between David and other characters. Okay, with many other characters, just not one. But once the action started, it's non-stop. Okay, I think the movie is over 2 hours, but it didn't feel long. I think the acting, the story was engaging enough that I didn't feel a need to rush the movie through. In fact, once the action started, I looked at my watch and I was surprised that it's only 15 minutes left of the movie. Not that the action started hour and a half in. There was plenty of action after the first hour, but the big last act happened in the last 15 minutes, and once that happened, it's non-stop, breathtaking kind of action, and the stunts, the action is very believable. The CGI, I didn't have any problem with that. Like I said, it's gory, it's bloody. It's like I said, it's eye squinting on many scenes for me. I give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. It's a good movie. It could have been better. As I drove home from the movie theater, I certainly have a few thoughts on how I felt I would have done something very differently. But that's just me. Other people may enjoy the movie more, but for me, it's a good movie. A 7.5 out of 10, a slightly higher mark than Prometheus. I think I gave Prometheus a 7 out of 10. That's it. That's my spoiler-free review of Alien Covenant.